The function of the automobile engine is to convert the heat of combustion into rotational energy. On the other hand, electric motors, such as those used on trains, convert electrical energy into rotational energy. Motors are found on rides like trains and elevators, as well as in various household appliances and computers. The rotational force created by engines and motors is called torque. A lot of torque is required to bring heavy vehicles like trains and cars into motion from a stop. In the engine, torque is gained from its speed of rotation. Once the maximum torque is reached, it cannot be increased with more speed. Therefore, a transmission is needed to supply the additional power for acceleration. By adjusting the speed of rotation, the transmission creates the amount of torque required to switch gears, thus enabling changes in driving speeds. Motors, however, can exert a great amount of torque at much lower speeds of rotation. From the moment a motor begins moving, it can generate sufficient drive without any need for a transmission to adjust its speed. That is why a very heavy train can start and accelerate smoothly from a complete stop. As more electricity is fed to a motor, its RPM increases accordingly. That means that the speed of a vehicle can be controlled simply by adjusting the amount of electricity it receives. However, like the engine, a motor's torque cannot be increased beyond its peak. Trains are also equipped with another system called the regenerative brake. Typically, a car uses its brakes to stop its motion. The brakes use friction to stop the wheels from rotating. And the heat caused by the friction is how a wheel's rotational energy is released. In contrast, the regenerative brake reduces speed by using the traction from its motor. At that time, the motor also acts as a generator, creating energy. By converting rotational energy into electrical energy, the regenerative brake functions as an energy recycling system. In trains, speed is initially reduced using regenerative braking. Then, like cars, friction braking is used to safely bring the train to a stop. As you can see, there are several characteristics that distinguish the engine from the motor.